The law itself recognizes the need for equity and access by all in the whole country. And so that's why even in staffing, there's specific provision in the law that requires that the country is well represented, the geopolitical results of the country are well represented in the leadership structure of the management. And then secondly, what you ask pertains to regulations. It's not in the act in terms of equity in access by the students. But I have seen the draft procedures that they have put in place, which the management, I believe, is going to adopt, that requires that students right across the country, access it, and there's a provision for ensuring spread so that it's not cornered by just one section of the country. I know, as I said earlier on, with students' union members there and the various interests, I think that's where people are going to keep a very keen eye on that. The management itself will keep a very keen eye on that to ensure that the beneficiaries come from all parts of the country. And I believe that shouldn't be a problem because even the resources accruing to the fund is quite diverse. So they are not going to run out of money as such. To be well funded. Then in terms of the repayment plans, as I said earlier on, the law requires that after 2 years after NYSC, the funds become due for payment. And so employers of such students, employers of such graduates are required to make returns make inquiries on the status of the new employees, whether they are beneficiaries of the loan. It's a mandatory requirement for every employer to ask to check the background of any fresh employee to know whether they are beneficiaries of the loan, so that they now report back to the agency that will make arrangements for repayment. Of course, there's a small window there that takes care of students, graduates who are truly indigent and have no means of repayment. But there are procedures established here to establish that so that they are given some kind of additional time for repayment. Because if somebody is so terribly poor, he hasn't gotten a job, and really it is established that the fellow really has no work, then you can't really make money out of that kind of person. So there's a safeguard for ensuring that the money is repaid because it's available to students forever. So if there's no return on payments, then at some point the funds will dry up, and that's not going to be permitted.